Alright, so today is the first day of my vlog. This is my first vlog ever. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. Haven't done this before ever in my life, but I decided to just try something new, step out, get out of my shell and out of the norm, and try to make some content. So it's not nothing special that I'm doing. I just want to kind of go through the day. But today I do plan on doing something. I want to go to a coffee shop in Atlanta, just go, chill, probably work on some scripts or whatever, plan out my new content journey and see if I can be productive in a new space that I'm not used to. So, if that makes sense, or if you want to follow my journey, this is the first day of my journey. If you want to follow me, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share the video. If you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions on next videos, go ahead and comment and let me know what you think. All right, but before I get out of here, right now it's 7:48 in the morning. I actually slept down here in my basement by accident because I got off work. And then I thought I was going to do some work, so I came down here, and then like any working person would do, you crash after a long day of work. So came down here and I actually fell asleep in my chair, and I hate when I do that. My wife hates when I do that. So, but I'm up now, and before I do anything, I'm gonna get some gaming in because I haven't played the game all week. So I'm gonna play some games, and yeah, then I'm gonna plan my day out. Let's go. Yeah. Right. Long time coming. Right. Eyes red. Bloodshot. Up all night. To the AM. To the AM. Look. So it is currently 11:17. I'm just now getting off the game. I know I played it too long, but my kids are up, so now I have to go cook them some breakfast or something, and then take a shower, get ready, and then I'll be on my way. Boy, go put the egg back before you drop it.
What?
Go put the egg back before you drop it.
What?
I don't want you to drop the egg, so put it back.
So it's a break.
Mm-hmm.
And a mess.
Yep, you're gonna make a big mess. And then Daddy has to clean it up.
And it'd be hot lava. There's egg.
Yep, I'm gonna cook some eggs. So go in the room and wait.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
So I don't really have anything really planned for today, and so I'm just gonna wing it a little bit. I'm just gonna cook my kids a quick breakfast, some eggs, some potatoes, and like maybe a little bit of fruit or whatever. Nothing too crazy. We'll see how it all turns out, and I'll show you guys my cooking skills. Oh, I gotta turn this down. It's getting a little too hot. Cooking skills. Like, don't you just hate when you get like a shell in the egg and then you just can't grab it? It's like, because it's so like gelatinous, if that's a word. Look at that. Crazy. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of burnt it. So nothing too crazy. I just got they love carrots, and then some potatoes and eggs and a slice of their favorite bread. I really don't try to go overboard, so. So I'm here in my hometown, Memphis, and bruh, I leave my mother-in-law's house and the goddamn car cuts off. mid-drive. Why every time I come here, something always got to go wrong? I either lose money, which I'm losing money now because I got to get an oil change, or something happens. But now I'm getting an oil change. I've been here for about an hour because it was a long line, but it's getting done. I needed to get it done anyway, so finally got the oil change done. And you know, don't you just hate when you go somewhere and you already have a budget and plan, or you have like money set to the side to do just what you plan to do, but then something comes up where it kind of throws your budget like completely out the window, and you're like, God dog, I only had this much for this much. But then like, it's not like you can just disregard it because it's something like you have to do it. Man, like adult life be adulting at the wrong times, man. You know, we gonna get it done, man. Today I'm in Memphis. I haven't been over here in a minute. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like coming here. It's just, I'm not born here, but I was raised here pretty much my whole life. But like, man, when you're young, you really don't see like the things around you that happen. Like, you don't understand. But like, this is a really dangerous city in certain parts, not everywhere, but places I grew up, just growing up, you're just oblivious to it all. As an adult, I see a lot of things, and I'm like, man, it's almost like you got to keep your head on the swivel. Like you always looking back and forth, like all the time, man. And I hate it. Not so much during the day, but like once it starts getting like nighttime, like that's when the YNs come out. But finally got the oil change done. I really didn't have anything solid planned. I did wanted to go to the Crosstown Concord over there in Midtown and check that out, to the old Sears building. I never been there before. I used to see them like renovating it, you know, during the process. But I'm gonna go check that out, see what that's talking about. Right now my car is trashy. I would show you, but I'm embarrassed. But my kids just got food everywhere, and it's just toys. And I'm gonna go to this car wash. I'm gonna try to clean up this car a little bit, and after that we're gonna probably grab some coffee or grab something to eat. I gotta meet up with my mom for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to the Crosstown Concord, and then from there I'll probably pick up my children from their grandma's house and then head back to Georgia, man. So yeah.
Once was a young nigga coming from the 901. Straight from the slums, everybody got a gun aiming at your temple. Lord, please forgive me, I've been...
God damn. I would drive off the damn curb.
Yeah. Realize I can't just do it for myself anymore. I got too many haters counting on me. I gotta do it for them too, you know. Yeah, had to switch up the flow on him. Yeah. Slide heating up like he step out of a sauna. I'ma stay real, y'all niggas is Joanna. I'm just speaking facts though, y'all worry about the wrong thing. I'm focused on the cash flow, reel it in. Look around my city, you won't find nobody realer than. I'ma do it my way, stacking up the dividends. Racing to the top, and I bet my niggas getting in. I'ma have to cut you off though if you ain't chipping in. Fucking up the business, I got a Lamborghini Murcielago on my wish list. It ain't far no more, closing up the distance. Napoleon Hill, niggas speaking to existence. That's over your head, ho. I want the lettuce, the cheese, and the bread, ho. You can never play me, stop taking the meds, ho. You heard what I said, though. I ain't playing no games. Why you think I said it for? Yeah, I got bad credit, but I'm still incredible. I gotta say it's funny.
So I wanted to show you a little bit of where the school I went to, but they already tore the school down, and they already rebuilding something new here called the Northside Square. It says Northside Square is the renovation and adaptive reuse of Northside High School. It's crazy because this is like one of the worst, well, it was one of the worst schools in Memphis, and the area is just really bad. Like, and you know, just growing up here, you didn't really care. Like you have no sense of like danger because you're just oblivious, right? Like I said. But you know, this is where I grew up at. Me and my really close friends. This is the school we went to, and we had a lot of fun, man. But I say that to say, like, I'm pretty sure you're in the same position that I am, and you really don't have it all figured out, and you don't know what to do, and you probably like in neighborhoods like this where I grew up in, you can really get out of any situation that you're in regardless of what anybody tells you. You know, I'm living proof of it. I'm not like rich or anything. I don't have like a crazy amount of money or anything, but you know, I do pretty well. But it's nothing that I would ever imagine when I was going to this school. You know, when I was going to the school, I could never imagine me having, you know, the kind of car that I have, a nice car, a nice home, or like, you know, the family that I have, even my children and my wife. Just staying consistent and staying out of the way, not being in other people's business, and just really just, you know, learning from where I came from and taking those lessons and putting them to use going forward and growing up in my life. You know, even this building is a testament to of growth. You know, the school has been up for like years, and it's been bad for a long time, but look, now they're finally doing something with it, and it looks like it's going to be very promising to, you know, get the community together. The kids, you know, can have something to do when they're out of school and stuff, not getting into trouble. It's a lot of gang activity out here. It's kind of crazy to think that, you know, that was trust me, the school looked nothing like how that looks. That looks beautiful with all the glass and everything. The school is like bad, like really bad. And there's an elementary school like right next to it, I think, or a middle school, one of them. You define who you are moving forward in life. Where you come from doesn't define you. It only builds you up, builds your character. You know, you use that to move forward, and you use those skills to be better in life, and you just keep progressing. So I just wanted to show you guys this because I just drove by it and it was amazing. And yeah, man.
Crosstown, we make a difference. Make Crosstown your Crosstown.
I appreciate the content, bro.
Careful, that was literally my second take doing it, and I bumped the table and everything, and the camera was like shaking crazy. So take two. I am in the Crosstown Concord, I think that's what it's called. It's my first time being in here. It looks nice. It's crazy, like I grew up down the street and this building was like abandoned for like so long, graffiti everywhere, but now they turned it into something nice, man. Like, man, it's a bunch of restaurants in here, lights. Everything looks clean, and you wouldn't think that like literally down the street is like the hood. So I'm here because I wanted to get a little bit of work done. I have my laptop right here, and trying to decide if I need to start a new YouTube channel or if I need to make another one, because the content that I'm making right now is not necessarily music. It's more like just my personal life and my thoughts and my ideas and stuff. But I don't know if I should incorporate it into my music and like kind of like have it all tied together, you know. But that would be interesting. I just don't know how I would do that, because I'm also a truck driver and I'm also gone all week. I'm gone all week, and this is like I'm still new to this. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, I don't know where to go. Like, I don't know if I should be like that type of person that goes out and explores things just to get content. I don't want to be like, I want to be very authentic with my content, I don't want to just go and try to be like the next, YouTube content creator. So this is definitely a learning experience for sure. I have my laptop right here, which is mirroring my phone. I'm using my phone to record, and then I have my laptop here to mirror, which is something I just found out that I can do. I didn't know I could do that. So the phone is, or the laptop is mirroring what's on my phone, so I'm able to use the back camera on my iPhone. The quality looks insane. So I just got some coffee from French Truck Coffee. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, the jump was banging. Probably gonna get some more, honestly, but that would be like my second cup of coffee for today, and I'm kind of like a coffee fiend. I don't know why. I never used to be like that, but I'm trying to break the habit because I'm trying to get more healthy. I know coffee isn't necessarily unhealthy for you, but the type of coffee I drink is definitely unhealthy for you because it tastes so good, and I need to stay away from it, honestly, or just have it as a treat every now and then. But I've been literally drinking it every day, which is not good for you. So I just want to kind of reiterate what I was talking about earlier, and excuse the overexposure of the video. I'm still getting used to this, and I'm still learning the ISOs and the shutter speeds and stuff like that. And I just found out that I needed some type of ND filter for the camera because it's allowing too much light into the sensor. But if you don't understand that, then just picture your eyes. If there's too much light going in your eyes, your pupil. I don't know. But anyways, so I need to get an ND filter for my camera lens. Also, I don't want to use my phone all the time because my phone gets heated up and it starts to kind of like the screen, it starts like stuttering because my phone gets hot. Also, I'm not able to use like a SSD or like any type of external storage while I have this mic plugged into it because it takes up that space. So, and there's no other attachment I could find on Amazon or anything that allows me to do that, to have two different inputs, or I don't know how you would say it, but two different. I've seen things where I can have that attached to the phone while charging the phone, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have the mic and the SSD card connected at the same time, but I haven't found anything where I'll be able to do that. So until then, I need to find me another vlog camera, and I was looking at the DJI Pocket 3, but it's just so expensive. It's like a $600 camera, but it's worth it because it's kind of like what I'm using right now. I'm using the DJI Osmo for my phone, so I can get like smooth shots in it, and it can track my face and stuff like that when I'm using the app. But back to what I was saying, I want to kind of reiterate or touch base on what I was talking about before when I was at the school. The environment that you are brought up in doesn't necessarily dictate how your future is going to be. Even this place, right? Like what I said, like this used to be abandoned, and it used to be nothing in here. Like literally, like I would drive by it almost every day. It was like gated up. Now they gutted out the whole place, and it looks beautiful in here. There's even condos above the building where people live at now. It's like luxury condos. And I say that to like, even though this place was beat up, worn down, in the worst neighborhood, people coming in and out, people tagging it, graffiti and stuff like that, like it eventually became something, and now it's probably in the best condition or the best it's ever been. It's generating money and everything like that. And you are the same way. So no matter if you were born or you were raised in like poverty conditions, you're able to reinvent yourself and kind of like take everything out that's bad. But it is a learning process. You have to like unlearn to learn. So you would have to unlearn poverty mindset, unlearn things that keep you like at a level, and then you have to learn things to kind of elevate you. It's very possible. Anybody can do it. Anybody is capable of doing these things. You shouldn't limit yourself to and make it not excuses because they're real things, but kind of like putting these things that, yes, they're real and they happen in your life, but you shouldn't use those as crutches for you to continue to be mediocre. And when I say that, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I kind of mean like if you're not willing to invest in yourself financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, then you're doing yourself a disservice and becoming somebody great. And I'm not saying great for society and great for other people, but great for yourself internally. Like you will grow up to be old, and then you will look back and you will say things like, man, I should have just did it, or I should have tried harder, or I should have did these things. You're human, but the brain is very powerful, and you can only do as much as you're willing to do, if that makes sense. Like, if that makes sense, you're only able to do as much as you're only able to get out of something as much as you put into something. The more you put into something, the more you will get out of it. So if you're putting nothing into it, you will get nothing, and you will stay the same, and you won't grow. And so I just wanted to kind of touch base on what I was talking about earlier, and I'm in a more fitting environment, more creative environment, and I wanted to kind of get my thoughts together and say that. So I'm just gonna continue working. I got a lot to do, and then after I leave here, I have to go pick up my kids from their grandma's house, and then we have to go back to Georgia because my wife has an appointment tomorrow in the morning, and it's a long drive, and I don't want to go, but I have to. So yeah. So you want to know what's crazy? Like, even though I'm in a quote unquote safe environment, like, I had to bring my stuff because I am still in Memphis, and I do not trust none of these, I don't trust none of these niggas. So I'm bringing my stuff into the bathroom, so don't judge me. Place this right here, and on to the stool I go. And yes, we wash hands around here. We always wash hands. Well, no. My wife gets on me about that, actually. I should wash my hands every time. But come on, man. Like, call me what you want. You can say I'm nasty or whatever, but, every time? I don't know. It's like, because you're touching your own junk, you know what I'm saying? You're touching your own. If it's clean down there, I don't know. I'm just talking. So now I have to go back, reset up set my stuff all the way back up, like my laptop and everything. So it is what it is. Look how nice it looks in here, man. And if you're like somebody that lives like in Atlanta or New York, somewhere with a big city, and you're kind of like used to things like this, but this is new to Memphis. Like, Memphis never has been like, at least not what I remember. Like, I don't know. I grew up here, and all my life, I never thought that Memphis would, come out doing some cool things like this, man. And it's just amazing to see, honestly. I ain't mad at it.